And we're live.
Who are
Episode 33. We're back.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Between sickness, Hess doing solo episodes, crazy work weeks, crazy schedules. We're back finally with a new episode. Today is 2/25/2024. 2/26 if you're listening to this. Good morning. Happy Monday. Start your week off right by listening to Tyler's Talking Sports. In tonight's episode, we're going to be talking about the AL East preview, Major League Baseball, of course. If you're new to the channel, we appreciate y'all stopping by. What we do here is we talk about sports. On the other side of the mic, we have Tyler Hess. If you're watching video, say hello, wave to the people.
Hi.
Yeah, and I myself am Tyler Castle. Glad to have you. Glad to have you stopping by. Also, too, guys, we're on a road to 500 followers on Facebook. On the road to it. We're at 370, slowly growing. 130 off. Is that right? Is that the right math?
Something like that.
Yeah, 130 to go. So we want to hit 500 before next year. So make sure you give us a follow. Make sure you share it. But yeah, we're back finally.
We're back.
2 weeks. We did it. Whew. February's been crazy.
February's been crazy. The Super Bowl, man. It was just a big Super Bowl hangover is all we had.
It really was. That was the last big episode we had. That did us in right there. Love to do that again soon, sometime for something. So maybe we can plan that and schedule that around our crazy schedules. Yep. Life's getting ready to get busy just for listeners, for both of us. Springtime rolls around. Hess is in ball. I'm on the grass, on the mowing, car cleaning, all that stuff.
You may have to come mow my yard, much I got going on.
Might have to come mow. As long as you got a John Deere, baby.
Got a deer.
As long as you got a deer and a pack of Zins, I'm in, baby. So
nothing runs like a deer, man.
Nothing runs like a deer. I'm in. I'll be back there. Is what I'm gonna say that. So, yeah. Hess, you have a good week.
Yeah, it was a busy one. It seemed like it never stopped, and today was just like the first day where everything kind of slowed down a little bit.
It's the best.
But still, it was kind of hectic. The morning started out, a lot going on. Had some stuff because we didn't get to do nothing yesterday because we were out for Blakely's birthday, and didn't get to do some stuff we normally do on Saturday. So that turned into today, and just trying to get prepared for the work week. So
absolutely, like to give a shout out to Blakely. Her birthday is today, technically.
Tomorrow. Well, today,
technically.
Today.
So happy birthday, Blakely! If you're listening to this,
4 years old.
4 years old, big 4-0. Wow, 40. That flew. That's crazy, man. They grow up fast. That's what I hear all the time. They grow up real fast. So
that's right.
But yeah, shout out to Blakely.
About time to have another one.
You say you just went to Just Jump?
Yeah, I did.
Now, Hess, why don't you tell the listeners, did you jump?
I didn't jump.
You didn't?
Didn't jump.
You lost the jump.
Let me tell you why I didn't jump. Because for me to jump, it was $20.
Oh.
And then I had to pay for socks.
He said, that's hurting my wallet.
Then I had to pay for socks for my big feet.
You gotta have socks. Yeah, that's probably, you probably had to pay for extra on that.
Another $8.
$28.
And there was only one section I was allowed to jump in.
I think that should be the big section, right? Like at the end.
That's somewhere.
Like the big trampolines.
I think
you should have done it because 28's a lucky number.
Nah.
$28.
No. Let me tell you what was good yesterday, though.
What?
Walk-ons.
Walk-ons. Walk-ons does not disappoint.
It does not.
What'd you get to eat?
Yesterday, I got the Boom Boom shrimp tacos.
Boom Boom.
We got the waffle fry, the waffle cheese fries with the banana peppers as the appetizer. I also got we had a big group with us. We had the Devils on Horseback, which is jumbo shrimp wrapped in bacon and with cream cheese inside it.
Sounds pretty tasty.
And it was fried. And then I also got the Death Valley. It's an amazing drink. And I went through 4 glasses of water.
Hey, you got to stay hydrated.
I
like that, man. Yep. Too bad you didn't jump. A little bit disappointed.
There was some Kentucky fans in there that thought they won the national title yesterday by beating Alabama.
Yeah, that was a big game.
Yeah.
That was a big game. They dominated. My balls dominated too yesterday.
Y'all, speaking of your balls, you got a tough stretch coming up here, man.
We got Auburn,
Kentucky,
Bama,
and you got Arkansas.
We got Auburn, Bama, Kentucky, Arkansas. I think that's how it goes.
They're all ranked. I just know that.
Yeah, boy. We got to take 3 out of 4.
Baseball, right?
Got to take 3 out of 4. Yeah, baseball. We back to baseball. Hess, kick us off with our sponsors. I'll go over my normal here in a second, but you kick us off.
Well, guys, we got Isaiah 117 house as always, and this thing is blowing up here in Russell County. As of yesterday, the Russell County Isaiah 117 house page has more followers than the Knox County page.
Oh, wow.
And their other page in Tennessee, I think it's the Nashville area page, already has more followers and likes than that area. So Russell County is showing out for this. It's turning into something really big. I think they've almost raised enough money to go ahead and start with the housing, but they're going to wait 6 months to make sure they do have everything. There's some other stuff going on, but they got some great people involved in it. Some really close friends of ours are going to be big in it, and it's just exciting to see. But again, if you don't know what Isaiah 117 House is, it's a place for foster kids that are getting ready to go into different foster homes. But instead of being stuck at offices and all these areas, they actually get a place to stay during the transition period where they have their own house or their own home and a room. They have TV, bed, and then they also, when it's time to move on to their foster family, Isaiah 117 House provides them enough clothes, backpacks, everything. They get all brand new stuff, so it's just a smooth transition. It's incredible, and the need here in Russell County in particular is astronomical. So it's
Truly
great
is.
to see.
Yeah, great organization. It's going to be good for the area.
Mm-hmm.
Love seeing each week I see somebody new as a team member.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's good to see, definitely for this area. We definitely need it. Next sponsor, NLFC, Next Level Fitness Club in Lebanon, Virginia. They are a 24/7 gym facility, 24/7 tanning, certified personal trainers. They also have weekly classes, Monday through Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Shout out to Shar. If you're looking for a class or just looking for a place to get a good workout in, this is your place. Where can we find that place, S? 1806 East Main Street, Lebanon, Virginia, 24266. Check them out on Facebook at Next Level Fitness Club and on Instagram at Next Level Fitness Club. And also, too, they have an awesome website. I don't know who their web designer was, but, man, he crushed it. But, yeah, it's Next Level Fitness 276.com.
It was Robert. Was it Robert or Antonio?
Antonio.
Antonio works for us, too. He does a really good job.
He does. Antonio does wonderful work.
Yes, we got a big shout out to Antonio.
Yeah, shout out to Antonio. Y'all can't see him right now. He's behind the mic.
Scenes. Behind the mic.
Behind the mic.
He's just holding the mic?
He's right here, actually. I don't know if the viewers can see that, but I can see it on my screen. Yeah. Great guy.
One more, though, guys. If you're needing pictures, needing those family portraits, needing that family get-together, brand new baby, maybe your kid's going to prom. Maybe you got some wedding stuff coming up. Maybe it's a little bitty engagement sesh.
Ooh.
Abby Martin Photography. Hit her up on Facebook. You can't miss her. She's from Elizabeth in Tennessee. Little business she's got going on. Doing really well with it, though. I think she just had a mini Valentine's session for people, and just hit her up. She's doing really well and takes really good photos. So be sure to find Abby Martin on Facebook and follow her and like it, and holler at her for get some pictures. And if you do, let her know that Tyler's Talking Sports sent you.
Yeah. Shout out to Abby Martin Photography.
Yep.
Got to have them pictures, man. Be them picture perfect ready, you know.
That's right.
Merch store.
Yeah, we got one.
You got one.
We do. We got one.
If people want to buy merch for Tyler's Talking Sports, where do they go, S?
Where
do they go?
Well, they can go to it's ran through Streamlabs, but there's a link on the bottom of our description on Spotify. It's also on our Facebook page and our About section somewhere in there. But go on there, guys. We got regular T-shirts. We got long sleeve T-shirts. We also got the #1 selling Castle Muscle Tee. That thing is absolutely selling out. The lime green and bright neon yellow one is just selling out like crazy.
I went out to Walmart and I saw 10 people with it.
Golly, really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy. Also, coffee mugs, water bottles, any kind of suggestions y'all want. Y'all want some underwear and G-strings, we can do it.
Whoa!
I can do it. So,
whoa!
Hey, just hit us up. We'll put it on there. Tyler's Talking Sports, G-string.
We'll share it.
Yeah, I'll put it on.
Lord, if y'all want to see Hess in that, yeah, just let us know. DM us.
Yeah.
We'll PM that.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, guys, we do have a donation. There's a donation link / button on our Spotify. After you watch the show, if you completely watch the whole entire episode or listen to it on Spotify, it actually gives you the option to go ahead and click the link to our donation. But if you don't see that, it's actually on our Spotify page. It's on there near the top of the page or around the bottom of our description. Click that. Give us a donation. Again, any donations, anything we make any money goes straight to the just promoting us on social media, try to get our name out there. And again, speaking of social media, we're grinding for those 500 followers on Facebook. What's our current number, Mr. Cow?
370.
370. Man,
Yep, 370.
wow. Can you believe
130 off.
130 off. We can do that. No big deal.
We can do that. We got this, baby.
That's right. So, guys, be sure if you're not following us, or maybe you're just liking our page. There's a lot of people just liking our page. If you're not already following us, be sure you follow us. And if you are following us, be sure to go on there and invite your entire Facebook.
Buy them all, baby.
Buy
We want them all.
Every one of them.
Man, you ready for tonight's episode?
I am. I'm excited about it.
We want to go over some hot takes. Do you have any hot? Let me ask you. Do you have any hot takes? I know you didn't write anything down.
No,
I didn't know
man,
if he's
good.
going to bring me with a surprise.
No, you good.
No surprise tonight.
Nope, you good.
All right, man.
I'm in that baseball mindset.
I like it.
I kind of have a minor hot take, but it's nothing. It'll transition right into our baseball topic, so I'll just wait.
All right, sweet. Yeah, I wanted to touch on one real quick. Kind of some big news this week that came out is the court ruling for NIL deals. This is primarily for Tennessee and Virginia at the moment. My question to you is this the start of an end to the NCAA? And just to let people know, there was a 13-page memorandum signed by U.S. District Judge Clifton Corker.
Big word.
Found that an NCAA policy banning college recruits from discussing NIL opportunities before they enroll in university caused irreparable harm to student athletes.
So your question to me is the start of the end of the NCAA?
Is it the start of the NCAA?
I mean, it's a chink in the armor, but I don't think it's the start of the end. I mean,
a chink.
Yeah, little chink out of the armor there. NCAA. I mean, right now this is it's a big issue. We've talked about it in previous episodes. It's talked about by some big time coaches, not just in football. I mean, this is talked about across the nation in college sports. I think it's headed in the right direction as far as what it should be for the schools. And I don't think the NCAA should be dabbling in what the schools can provide for the player. I think that's them trying to put their hand in the cookie jar, I guess, and get more money than what they're already getting from the universities, because they already get so much anyway. And now you're finding out that the university is using more money to bring players in. They want to get their hand in on that. I get their stance on it. Like, hey, you wouldn't be here doing this if we wasn't the ones supporting y'all to get you off your feet when you started, all that nonsense, stuff like that. But I just think I think this will just turn into it. If it calms down after this, I truly believe this will turn into them getting stricter, more regulated rules toward the NIL. If not, if the NCAA doesn't take proactive action here, I do think it could be worse for them. It definitely isn't going to. I don't think you're going to see the schools in any capacity have anything bad come out of this for them. But at the end of the day, this could be all we see. But the one it could be hurt the most would be the NCAA in the end.
Oh, absolutely. I think I don't necessarily would want to say it's the end of the NCAA, but I think we're starting to see some pushback from these universities with NIL. NIL is definitely very large collectives. The biggest fear that I have, and I have this wrote down as a con to this, it'll change college football. Could be the worst case scenario. It could turn bad and get out of hand. There won't be no set limits on these amounts that the NIL collectives can offer these athletes. So that's where I see it could get out of hand, and that's where I see the NCAA could step in and be like, "Hey,
well, I think
this is the rule. This is the most you can do." If they could work something out there, I think it would be a good structure to be like Nico, for example, only $1.2 million per year or whatever. And
I don't think you gotta even do it with Nico. Like, you could literally set it like, all right, you're a quarterback in a Power 5 conference. Like, okay, you're going to reward you for making
this is XXX.
This is your cap. Running back this, or offensive player in a Power 5. This is what you can max.
Base it off position. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
My thing here too, though, with the NIL is we all seem to focus on football, but every college team that's a Division I, especially, I mean, even these little schools now are dabbling in NIL stuff. But we all focus on football. I think it could turn into almost an arms type race, like back in the day when we're trying to build bigger military than Russia and stuff like that. You're going to see these schools focus. They could focus too much on one sport, and that could really hurt another sport. Like, you don't want it to turn into like how it does in high school sometimes. Right. You see these schools just focus all on one sport and all the money go there, and then they can't get the talent or what they need, the resources they need for these other sports. So I do think, personally, I think that's why the NCAA needs to step in and say, okay, here's our rules, this is how we're going to regulate it, because it is injured. I mean, it's been talked about for at least the last 2 years, these Power 5 schools breaking off from the NCAA and creating at least their own football division, not other sports, because the NCAA doesn't make as much money off those other sports. But I think that wouldn't be – I think we would lose a lot with football if they broke away.
Yeah, you'd be detrimental to the game.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have some type of clarity in ruling as far as like the amounts and everything. I agree with that. And I think the NCAA needs to step in and be like, this is the groundbreaking. And that's why, too, we hire good athletic directors to help facilitate this for all athletics for these universities. So I think that's a big job to have now, especially with, all these court rulings and everything. But I do think this was the right call on this decision. Just based off, like you just said, the NCAA was trying to reach in the cookie jar when they probably should just stop. I think they was reaching a little too far this time, and they got their hands slapped. I do see other states following this because, like I said, this is right now just Tennessee and Virginia, but I do see other states following this suit. So we'll see what happens there. But just give people an example. It's a three-headed structure is kind of how I worded this. It's coaches, student athletes, and NIL collectives. It's kind of just a three-way around. Like the coaches and student athletes can talk to each other, and the NIL collectives can talk to the coaches, who the coaches can talk to the student athletes and be like, this is what they're offering. This is what we got going on. So I do like the NIL. I think it's a great thing for players to get paid to play, but we just got to keep it regulated. Little Nate Dogg in here.
My thing here, and this is kind of me just playing, because right now we're talking about this is all centered around the University of Tennessee. And you're hearing a lot about it because, obviously the Tennessee fan base is one of the most popular, most polarizing fan bases in the country. And it just so happens, we're 2 hours away from it, so we kind of get a little bit more. My question is, as people haven't talked about, is Ohio State and Alabama came together 2 years ago when the NIL was happening, and they wanted to have no regulation over it. Because they said, why should I be penalized because this school can't pay as much as I can pay?
Right.
Well, right now, with this ruling, universities in Tennessee and universities in Virginia have no regulations on their NIL. What kind of backlash could that have immediately toward college sports? Because you had Ohio State and them try to do it, and we all was like, no, you all win enough. Alabama, you win enough. Stop. We got to have something. What happens now? Like, let's say we go all year long and nothing, like, it just stays the way it is.
It very well could.
What backlash do we have there?
I do think other states will follow suit. I think it's just a matter of time.
I think it would be stupid not to.
Yeah, you have to even the playing ground, right?
Yeah.
But with the NIL, it's not an even playing ground.
Right.
You see these astronomical, players getting these crazy deals, and then you got other players who are getting like 10,000 or 20,000, which is still incredible, guys. They're playing college football and they're getting paid, or any college athlete rather. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I just think it needs to be regulated. They still need to have some type of set of rules. Like I just don't want it to get too much to where it's like, why should I go to the pros when I can make $20 million in college?
Right.
And be set. You know what I'm saying?
You're definitely having that now especially in the women's basketball game.
It's coming.
Like Angela Reese, she's making more money right now at LSU.
Why would she go?
Than she's going to make in the WNBA next year.
So I'm getting at. Why would she go, bro? She's making millions right now.
Let's think about this too. Me and you complain about this probably more than anybody because me and you are two hardworking individuals, but we like to go watch our sports games, and it's arm and a leg to go watch Tennessee and Georgia.
True. Yeah, it's outrageous.
What happens now? Let's say, hey, I'm going to pay. What are we talking? They're going to get, obviously they're getting sponsors and stuff like that. These companies are paying these NIL, but eventually, it's going to turn into like
it is ticket prices.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to come off the working man.
That's why I think there needs to be regulations there.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. I don't know.
They need to regulate ticket prices too. My God, they're going to be crazy this year.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be like Nico effect.
Yeah. Tennessee games are going to be wild.
They're going to be crazy. Mm-hmm. We definitely got to go to one. Just to say we went, but I dread the ticket prices this year.
Yeah, be interesting.
It's like, man, you want your team to do good, and then you look at ticket prices, and you're like, oh, never mind.
That's why you cheer for like a mid-major team, or you cheer for a conference that has regulated ticket prices, and you don't have to worry about it as much.
That's true. Yeah, ACC.
Mm-hmm. So,
But yeah, that's my hot take. I just wanted your take on that, see where you felt, see how you felt on the court ruling.
yeah.
I think it was just an overstep by NCAA right now. Still early, still very early. That was the first, hearing from the judge. So we'll see what
Right.
else unfolds.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like that whole situation. I think it's going to be interesting to see where that goes and what comes of it because it's going to be interesting. I did see the NCAA did vote on the 5-7 plan for the playoff. So that means 5
Oh,
teams,
yeah.
the 5 Power Fives, and then the 7 others. So that'll be really
Yeah,
cool.
that will be good. That'll be really good.
But yeah, my hot take, not really I guess it is a hot take. This will transition right into baseball. These uniforms in baseball right now, catching a lot of flack. The Nike Fanatics baseball uniforms, they look like something that me and you went and made together and said, hey, look at my Judge and Acuna jersey here.
Not what you can purchase at Tyler's Talking Sports merch site.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the same quality.
We got better quality. Like these things are the pants are see through. Like there was the the relief pictures for the Giants took their group photo in spring training, and you could literally see their sack through their picture. And then Otani in his Dodger uniform, he was wearing white boxers under his. You could see those. So that's how thin the pants are. The font on the back of the
is this just spring training clothing, or does this include regular season?
This is what's being like. If you go right now and buy Soto jersey online, this is what you're getting to. Like this is the whole.
Wow.
This is what they're going to be wearing. They shrunk the font on the back, so the names are a lot smaller. They're not sewed in. Every patch is ironed on. You know how the MLB logo was on the back of the neck, like right at the top. They moved it down. It's above the number. But it's terrible. Like they're absolutely horrendous. And all the MLBPA, which is the Major League Baseball Players Association, have filed that they refuse to wear them because they're so cheaply made. What I think's happened, and this is just my experiences, I've bought stuff from Fanatics and got Fanatics brand, and it's usually one, it shrinks really fast, and two, you can tell it's a little cheaper material than Nike. And I think what's happened here is where Nike and Fanatics cut that deal with MLB, I think Fanatics has made the jerseys, and Nike has asked to put the Nike check on them, and it's backfired on them because they are very cheap. Like they even I think it was during, I want to say it was the Cubs game. I can't remember who they were playing, maybe the Giants. The guy was rounding the bases and his letter fell off the back of his jersey. Like it's terrible. They look so cheap. Like it's
why'd they change? Do you know why they changed? I mean,
it was a new thing that they were going to do. They entered the jerseys that they had at the All-Star game were kind of how they were going to. It was it's supposed to be a thinner, cooler, better jersey, whatever.
Gotcha.
But it looks terrible. Like it's like a dry fit, and then they put it under an iron press, and then that's it. Like even you know how when their buttons come undone, you can still see the rest of the letters across the chest.
Yeah.
It's like the cheaper ones you buy where you unbutton it and there's no letters there. Like
no letters on the inside.
Yeah, it's terrible. But the font on the back, some of them you can't even read their names because it's so small. And the numbers really big or really small. It's bad.
And these guys in the pros, get them a nice jersey. God.
Yeah, it's bad. So I think that's going to be interesting to see what happens because we're in spring training. The hats look great. New Era's done great with the hats. I'm loving the spring training hat versus the BP hats. They've done great with those.
New Era does not disappoint.
No, not at all. So hopefully they'll get that straightened out, but we'll see what happens. Spring training is kicked off. It's going pretty great. It's been fun to watch. Opening day. March 28th.
Almost a month.
Almost a month.
Be a month next week. Woo!
Your Yankees, my Braves, started 23rd. Look good. Braves lost today.
Oh, did they?
But also the Red Sox. Elder pitched. He didn't do so great today, but that was expected.
Yeah, we beat the Blue Jays, I think, 12-2.
Yeah.
Scored 22 against Detroit.
Nice. The first pitch we seen was a home run. Michael Harris hit a home run on the first pitch. The first pitch of spring training for the Braves was a home run.
Nice.
So, sounds like we're starting.
Good start for him.
Yeah, sounds like we're starting right back where we left off last year.
It looks like in spring training we finally learned how to score a run.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing with the Braves I thought was interesting before we get into the AL East, because I know we're going to dive into that. Marcell Ozuna played first base in the first game. And last year, Matt Olson played every game. He didn't miss a single game last year, played every game. So I think what's going to happen if Ozuna, he's never played first, can prove that he can play some first base, I think they're going to alternate him and Ozuna at DH. So kind of
give him some rest.
Yeah, get him some rest. So it was interesting to see Ozuna at first because he's never played first base. So that was weird to see.
Where does Ozuna play before?
Left field, but
left. Yeah, that's right.
He's a liability in left field, in my opinion. So DH is to keep him there.
Who they switching to left then?
That's where Jared Kilnick's going.
Oh, that's Kilnick. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's that trade. Okay.
Yeah. So Kilnick will be in left, Michael Harris center, and then Acuna in right.
That's a nice outfield.
Yeah, it'll be real nice. The other big thing there that I picked up on before we dive into this, as far as news, Cody Bellinger finally signed with the Cubs.
Oh, did he?
3-year, $55 million deal with opt out after his second year, or maybe it was
Okay.
a 4-year deal. I think it's every 2 years he's got to opt out. So.
Every 2 year. Okay.
But he's happy. Said he's happy to be with the Cubs. That's where he wanted to be all along, and the Cubs are happy to have him. So that's a big signing for them. And there is a lot of rumblings going on as of the last 2 or 3 hours that there could be a signing of Blake Snell either with the Yankees or possibly the Angels in the next 24 to 48 hours.
Man, I hope. I've been tracking that trade quite a bit. Mm-hmm. Love to see him in pinstripes, baby. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be very nice.
You're going to need it. AL East going to be interesting this year.
It's going to be tough. We're about to go over it. You ready to go over it?
I am. I'm excited about it. I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad to be back, man.
It was hard to discuss the NL East and be like, what chances are here?
I know. The big old yawns. My God, I got to keep you awake.
Yeah.
Wake you up, man. Bring that energy.
That's right.
Main topics for tonight. AL East preview.
That's right.
In case y'all didn't know, who is the AL East?
Who is the AL East?
We got Toronto Blue Jays. Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
Baltimore Orioles.
Ooh.
Tampa Bay Rays. And the New York Yankees. AL East predictions. Articles below that I'm getting ready to go over are based off Yahoo Sports. Last year, everyone knows Yankees missed out on the American League East last season, but PECOTA, latest projected standings were released Tuesday, and they have New York winning the division in 2024. Okay. AL East was arguably the best division in baseball in 2023. I agree. Yankees struggled to remain over 500. Obviously, they finished 82-80. Shout out to Boone. But PECOTA has the Bombers improving to a 94.4 games on average. That's the fourth best behind Los Angeles Dodgers at 101, Atlanta Braves at 100, and Houston Astros at 95. I agree with that. Projections also, too, for Toronto is 88.2 wins. Baltimore Orioles, 86.6. Tampa Bay Rays, 86.2. Boston Red Sox finishing out at 79.8. That's a sound division.
Yeah.
Almost every team projected 80+.
Yeah.
That's good, top to bottom.
Get that right.
It really is. I know that's again AL East projections by Yahoo Sports.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit later in the episode, we're going to break it down and give you our predictions from Tyler's Talking Sports. But just wanted to let our listeners know where we're getting this information from and why we think we agree or disagree with these takes.
Okay, I'm interested. This is going to be fun. I'm excited about this division.
Yeah, me too, man. You want to start us off with the first team?
I would, especially because I went there last year. I got to see some of this young, talented team in person. And truly, probably they got personally one of my favorite non-Braves in baseball, and that's Adley Rutschman. But we're going to talk about the Baltimore Orioles here, guys. This team, just last year, I told Castle before the season started, I was like, watch out for them because they're young. The pitching was there-ish, but I knew they could make a run, especially with Batista in that bullpen and what they had. And if Rutschman continued that increase, which he did, they were going to be a threat. I wish I would have put money on them because I said they were probably going to win. I said the AL East.
He really did.
And I didn't get to eat my words on that one. So it's always the ones I don't put my money on. But
always.
So, but anyway, man, Orioles, they did have this was a big need they picked up. They picked up Corbin Burns from Milwaukee. And this could be huge for that, especially in the AL East. Right-handed pitcher going against those lefties. He's going to have a tough time in New York when he plays some of those. But he had a 3.39 ERA in 2023 with 10-8 in the regular season, and that Brewers team didn't score. They didn't have much runs behind him, so 10-8 is actually really good. Can they Can the Orioles repeat though? I believe so. Me personally, I see no decline in this team. There's the only thing with this team is they're adding more talent to it, and the thing is, can they sustain it? And will this young talent fulfill what we all see is coming? And from what I say, especially with one of these guys and that I'm really excited to watch, it's going to be the key. But a guy to keep an eye on that not a lot of people are talking about is the number 3 prospect, Heston Kjerstad. Kjerstad. Or maybe it's not even a K.
Or maybe it's Kjerstad.
Kjerstad.
Maybe so.
Depends on where he's from. we'll figure that out before the season gets going. But he's 24-year-old, and truly, I think this guy's going to smash his way into the opening day lineup. Brian Long, you haven't said nothing about him yet, so I'm still waiting for you to talk about it. If you don't know, guys,
Shout out to Brian.
Yeah, Brian Long's a big buddy of mine in Castles, and he's a big Tech fan, a big Orioles fan, probably the biggest Orioles fan I've ever known. So
he's the biggest one I know. He's the only one I know.
Yeah. But anyway, this guy here is the one I'm excited about. Jackson Holiday.
Absolutely.
He's going to make his MLB debut on opening day. He is MLB's number one prospect, and he's given the opportunity to break into camp with the O's. He is 20 years old, and he's going to play like he's been in the league for 10 years, in my opinion. And his debut will be March 28th against the Angels in Camden Yards. And he was a former number one pick. Jackson Holiday, what do you see out of Jackson Holiday, or what do you think about Jackson Holiday?
Absolute stud. He's going to live up to the hype. I mean, I've watched this kid for, 3 or 4 years on social media. I watched him one time just come up to the plate and just smack a 400-foot homer. I'm like it's nothing. He'll live up to the hype. He's going to be a menace in the MLB.
My opinion, he would have been moved up last year if it hadn't been for they just didn't want to mess with the chemistry that they had with that team.
He's 20 years old. Keep that in mind.
20. It's unreal how good he is. And he has no intentions. He says this is where he wants to be. He's that kind of player. He's going to be like a Chipper Jones, Derek Jeter type. He wants to be there. And matching him up with Gunnar Henderson, matching him up with Adley Rutschman, and some of these other young players they got. This team, buckle up, Baltimore. Your World Series may not be this year, but it's coming. I promise you. Mark the words down today, 2/26,
2024.
Y'all win a World Series in the next 5 years.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Yes, it's happening.
Yes. Only, I'll say this before you go into that, only if they can keep these players and keep them healthy.
I agree. Yeah, they got health's a big thing there, but I hate
health's huge.
They're so young.
They really are.
It's not like we're saying.
I don't know. I used to have it memorized, who was the oldest lineup to the youngest, but I'm sure they're top 5 youngest.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Big thing here though is Kyle Bradish. He will make his first opening day start. He should be the opening day pitcher for them. This is projections way it's looking.
He had a really good year last year.
The 27-year-old right-hander was the O's number one pitcher in 2023. He recorded a 2.83 ERA and finished 4th in the AL Cy Young award voting. And I believe he'll get the nod in Game 1 in 2024. He finished last year 12-7. I think he improves on that this year. I think you're looking at probably, we'll say 16-3 on the year. I think he could be really big for them. Colton Cowser returns to the majors in April and May, and if he sticks around this time, he's Baltimore's number 2 prospect. He's better than he showed during his first 26 games in MLB stint last year. The 23-year-old outfielder, another 20-year-old.
These guys are all under 25, man, most of them.
And he hit
27, but still.
And was this yesterday? He had a walk-off against Boston?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he had a walk-off against Boston. This would have been Friday. Or yesterday.
No, this was yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't know this yesterday.
Yeah, they're playing. They're putting. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, play with Boston. Yeah. He hit a walk off. It's pretty nice too. Bomb.
Yeah, he's going to be good. And I do believe the question is, can they get 4 All-Stars? And I don't see why they can't. Adley Rutschman, you might as well. He's the best catcher in baseball.
Yeah.
And then Gunnar Henderson, he's just going to get better. He made the All-Star game last year. Rodriguez is an incredible pitcher for them. He's going to do great for them. And then Ryan Mountcastle, I think he makes the mid-75.
Not a lot of people talk about Mountcastle at first.
I mean, he was the number 3 overall pick for them a couple years ago.
He's pretty good.
He is. He's really good, and I think he'll do. I think he'll make the All-Star game this year. The other thing is, will Baltimore be a buyer, or they pull off some big deal, a bigger deal than Jake Flaherty at the deadline this year? And I think there'll be a buyer, but they'll only be a buyer if they absolutely need something.
I mean, yeah, I don't think they'll be a seller unless everything just goes wrong. But they're too young to start selling. I mean, you got to let your guys build in the organization, build a team chemistry. So yeah, I'm with you on that. I think they're buyers come trade deadline.
Mm-hmm.
Who that is, I don't know. Maybe end of rotation and pitching. Maybe bullpen.
It's usually
go over a guy in bullpen,
mm-hmm.
but maybe those guys come in 7, 8, 9. Finish out the game. So probably somewhere in that ballpark is probably where they're going to need a little assistance.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely got the lineup. They definitely got the fielding. I don't see any needs on this team.
No,
They're solid.
I don't either. I mean, just probably some depth in that bullpen because you can never have too many arms in the bullpen.
Absolutely.
But I believe this year you're looking at it. I don't think he wins the MVP, but Adley Rutschman is going to carry this team. He's going to be the leader, and he's 25 years old. And,
Insane.
He comes from a great background as far as his college with Oregon State and what he's done since he's been up at the MLB. I think last year, this was at some point last year, they were 60-18 since he's been called up. That was at some point last year. I think so far they've only lost like 30 games since he's been with them. Like, I mean, it's stupid how good they've been with him.
His catch it, like, he don't miss either. Like defensive, I mean,
and his bat.
Try stealing on this guy too.
Yeah, it's unreal. Now, when I was up there this past summer, it was during a rain. They had a rain delay to start the game off. Go figure. And he was out there with as much room as he had where they had the tarp on the field, just keeping his arm ready. He was warming up the pitchers. He was out there telling, he was leading the team. You could tell the team listened to him. And I loved him. Like I was almost sitting there as a Braves fan, like, I'm going to go buy this dude's jersey because this dude is awesome. Like, I love Adley Rutschman. And I think it's going to be awesome to watch his trajectory, watch him continue to reach for the stars because this is a Mike Trout type talent that we have right here with Adley Rutschman, in my opinion. Like, just the hype that should be around him and what, like, if you need
this should be his year.
I agree.
Like 25 years old, been in the league now.
Yeah. I mean,
should be his year.
This will be his second full year. This will be his third year in, but he only played a half year at first time.
I mean, it took Judge about 3 years to really break out.
This is going to be huge. This is going to be a big year for Rutschman. Another big thing with them, this is going to be huge for their bullpen because I think Batista's out most of the year because I think he had UCL surgery. He might be out all year. If not, they might get him late. I could be wrong on that. I need to look that up, but I didn't. But they got Craig Kimbrell. And Kimbrell's getting up there. I mean, last year, the Philly fans, he's literally not in Philly because the Philly fans are tired of what he did to him in the playoffs. Blew the game 3 against them.
Yeah, I understand that.
They took down his 400 career save plaque that they had because he did it there. They took it down out of the bullpen. They put it up on the brick wall, and they took it down because after what he did in the playoffs for him. So Kimbrell's trying to say, hey, guys, I'm still here. I still got it. Yeah. Wouldn't have been my first pick for the closer because Kimbrell did last year. He pitched in a lot of high stress innings because the Phillies, they were in close games. So that had a lot to do with it, but he did have 33. See, yeah,
23 last year.
23 saves. Can he get 33? That was the question that's asked.
He had 42. His last best year was 42 in 2018.
That was with the Dodgers, right? I think it was with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was with the Dodgers. I think I was with the Dodgers.
Yeah,
Dodgers. That makes sense.
But he was great with Atlanta.
Yeah. I hated when we got rid of him.
Yeah, he was good in Atlanta. It was Dodgers because he went Dodgers after, right?
Mm-hmm. He went to Boston after, then he went to Dodgers.
Then he went Dodgers.
But I mean,
he came back over.
Kimbrell's got experience. He's a good veteran arm. They got some people coming up through this system that can be the closer and maybe move him back into more a setup role, which I think he fits better at this point in his career in a setup role. Can he get 33 saves with this team? Absolutely. There's no sense that he's not getting 33 saves this year because he gets 33 saves and Baltimore's successful. So that'll be interesting. It'll be fun to see how he plays and see, if he's still doing the whole arm thing that he does. It's weird.
How old's Kimbrell? 37?
He's up there. He's getting up
36, 37?
I was in Atlanta for his debut, and here we are. He's in Baltimore. Like
came full circle.
Yeah. I remember him coming out throwing 104 mile-an-hour fastball his first pitch in Atlanta, and it was unreal. This dude was in the bullpen. It was against the Phillies. It was me and Dustin Hart were down there. And Kimbrell, they wouldn't put him in to close. They were just putting him in. And he was popping the catcher's mitt, but you could hear it from the seats. It was pow,
Jeez.
Pow. It was unreal. So it's cool to see Kimbrell still shoving. So I hope he has a good year for Baltimore. But the next big player on this list before we give out the prediction, we talked about him a little bit, Gunnar Henderson. Shortstop. Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do there because you got Holiday as a shortstop. They may just move him over because Henderson can play anywhere. He can play third. He can play second. He can play short. Be interested to see what they do there. But he did finish last year top 3 in AL MVP voting. His second year. I think he was up for Rookie of the Year last year too.
I think they'll move Henderson. Honestly, yeah. I think Holiday gets short.
Yeah.
Holiday's that good.
Yeah, but I mean Henderson's
just as good.
He's a year older. I mean that's the only difference there in those two.
Yeah.
Back-to-back top 5 picks, and here they are. I mean they've done well with that farm system. So those two guys
absolutely
are going to carry this team with Rutschman. I mean it's funny. You're going to have your 2 middle infielders, and then the guy at the best seat in the house is going to be leading this team. It's going to be fun to watch in Baltimore.
Absolutely.
But you want to give the Tyler's Talking Sports prediction for the
Yeah.
O's?
For the O's this year, I got them going 96 and 66. They'll finish second in AL East.
I don't know about that.
Just saying.
Hey,
just saying.
hey.
Don't go against the odds.
I'm not going against the odds.
96 wins and you're upset?
Oh, I'm not upset. I'm just thinking they can do better than that. I think
they could very well win 100.
This is a 100-win team.
Very well could.
Yeah. So,
I think I put into the equation age and then health.
only got age and health, and then it's the second year. You're coming off last year. You had a big year.
You had a big hype.
You
had that little bit of a lull this year.
They were a year ahead of schedule last year.
They were.
This is
actually probably like 2 years ahead.
As good as they did, they're probably 2 years ahead. But last year was definitely this was supposed to be the year that the Orioles made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Last year
they'll make playoffs. Definitely.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. This is either a division champ or the number one wild card in the AL East or the AL.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. I agree.
You say they do advance past the wild card in the playoffs, so that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Season will end in the ALCS. You say?
Yes.
World Series is just not coming this year.
Not coming this year.
I believe that. I don't believe the World Series is ready. It's still young. Got to give them a little season.
Pitching.
Little season.
Little pitching assistance.
But
good rotation.
If there's a team that could just do it because they're young and they don't.
This is the team.
They ignore the outside pressure because they're just out there having fun. This is the team. So
they're gonna be fun to watch.
I'm glad we got Masson TV so we can watch every game.
Yeah, MSG baby. Finally.
MASN. Masson.
Yeah.
You said MSG.
MSG. Go Knicks.
Yeah, go Knicks. Jalen Brunson.
I really just say MSG.
You did. It's okay.
All right. Yeah. Have a good night. I'm out.
It's okay.
Shoo.
It's okay.
Andrew, don't come after me.
He won't. He's got too much going on too.
He's got too much going on. Everybody's just busy. All
right.
Baltimore Orioles going to be busy this season. I'll tell you that.
You got that right. Let's talk about your favorite team in the AL East here, the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah, definitely my favorite. Old Tampa. Nothing is normal in the trades. Nothing. But I guarantee you they'll finish with 90-plus wins. How much you want to bet?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Not this year.
I don't think so.
Not this year. I was just trying to get you to grab that.
Nope.
I think we see a huge drop-off from the Rays, typical baseball. No wonder Franco, can't be sending those pictures to underage girls and messages. Fun fact for you, yesterday he got all his bank accounts frozen. So all his assets have been froze. So he will more than likely not be in the majors this year. I'll be very surprised. He's probably got good lawyers, but still.
He's out of the country. He left the country. We're not going to.
He's back in Dominican. Yeah. I don't think he's coming to play ball. And then they lost class now.
Yeah.
To the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So no ace. But we've seen this before with the Rays.
It happens. It does.
When they traded Snail.
Yeah. Man.
And they traded it was somebody else too they traded in that trade. And he's like, the Rays are done. They won 90-some games. They won like 95 that year.
They had Chris Archer.
That's like two or 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they do this. But I just don't see them. They don't have the depth and the prospects that they had. Because back then they had the number one prospect because they were terrible for years. So I continue, though.
Yeah, Jose Cabarello, second base. Given the uncertainty with Wander Franco, as we just talked, the expectation is Taylor Walls will begin the season in the injured list as he finishes recovery from off-season hip surgery.
I feel like I need that.
So Cabarello will probably be filling this position at second base. Mm-hmm. He's very versatile. He can shift into a utility role. Just whenever the slick fielding Walls returns, we'll have to figure out where we're going to put him on the Rays. I don't know how he'll do this year with the Rays, honestly, because I don't know what the Rays got. And no one does. I don't even think the Rays know what they got.
They do have Isaac Paredes, third baseman.
Paredes.
Whatever.
Padres. Isaac Padres. Isaac. Third base.
Yeah. Says he can handle himself at first and second.
Oh, well. Well, we put you at third.
I'm going to put you at the corner because we don't have nobody.
Hey, I can play first or second. Well, you're a third. God. That'd be like my 8th grade year. I told Coach, I ain't going to repeat his name. I told Coach I play second. He's like, yeah, I'll put you on short. And I was like, no, I play second. Like, that's my position. No, I'm going to put you on short. Didn't work out. Put me in second.
That's what happened.
Just listen to me, Coach.
Didn't have an arm.
I'd always played second. That's my position. Knew the field well. Good second.
Change your whole footwork and everything up.
Had to change everything. He tried. We tried out one practice. I was like, I ain't doing this.
I'm done.
I'm
out.
But yeah, back to baseball.
Yeah.
Last year, he did coming off a 31 homer season. I didn't realize he had 31 homers last year.
98 RBIs. He's really good.
98 RBIs.
Great bat. It's just there's just so much fluidity with the Rays lineup this year. So it's kind of where they're going to put these young players and where they're going to play, and they're not.
We talk about young players. How about an old player?
Randy
Arozarena.
Yeah.
On a decline, though.
Yeah, on a decline. And it's showing.
Age hits you, man. Age hits you. Can't see that ball as good. It's a little bit blurry. Can't, judge it as well.
But I will say this. He put on a show last year in the World Baseball Classic.
That he did.
Absolute show. But it didn't transition into the year.
It did not. He dropped every year 300, 281, 274, 263, 254 last year. Mm-hmm. I think we say it's 246 this year.
246 or around the same. It's just been, but he's dropped about a 100th of a point every year. So it's another. He's a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been around baseball a long time.
Yeah, he's been around a lot of teams. This was the first team that he's kind of just stuck with.
Didn't he play with Diamondbacks at one time?
I don't know about the Diamondbacks, but I do know the Cardinals.
Maybe that's where I'm thinking of.
Might be. But the rotation.
Play somewhere else too.
As far as the rotation, though, it's not that bad. It's just not got no big names.
No big names, but that's what the Rays do. They make these big names.
Zach Eflin, he ain't bad.
Tyler Glasnow was nobody.
That's true.
Blake Snell, nobody.
Yeah.
No, not really. Nobody knew who he was. Let's just be honest. It's the Rays.
The Rays did.
They can. Rays are very, very.
You know what the Rays need to do? They need to get them a new stadium.
That they do. Their stadium is ranked number. I think Oakland, of course, was first as worst stadium. I think Rays were number 2.
It's pretty bad, dude.
Number 2 or 3. It's bad.
Yeah. It's
big old. They need to get rid of that indoor stadium. Just make it open. Tampa's a beautiful city. Mm-hmm. Just make a beautiful stadium. I'm surprised they haven't.
I had a buddy of mine that went down there this year, and he sat behind home plate for like $20-some.
Yeah.
And he was
probably like 12 people there.
He took a picture of the stadium, and inside it, some of the stuff that's in there, it's dated back to looks like the 80s. It's terrible.
Yeah. So bad. Yeah. They really need to try to redo that whole stadium. They've had great baseball teams the past 10 years, 15 years.
Yep.
Constantly always talks first, second, first in division. Mm-hmm. And they still don't put money into the team. The fan base isn't ever there. They're never there, non-existent. So I don't know. Yeah, but the rotation's good.
Yeah.
Zach Eflin, Aaron Caval, Zach Littell, Ryan Pepiot,
or Piot.
Taj Bradley.
Taj Bradley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Piot slotting into Tyler Tyler Glasnow spot. Wow.
Workload concerns though. They've all been injured, bad injuries. So there's going to be a lot of workload.
Reading through that there. Yeah, a lot of rehab. Mm-hmm. I don't think the Rays are going to be there this year. I really don't.
The big key there is that Shane Baz joins them, because until he got hurt last year, he was the best pitcher in the American League last year. And then he had to have Tommy John. So if he comes back and he's healthy, that'll be huge for them, especially if they're in the hunt. But their bullpen is still intact, and Pete Fairbanks is an absolute stud. So if these starters can give them 5-6 innings, they get to that bullpen and they've got a lead, I think you'd see the Rays hold it. There's just so much uncertainty with this Rays team. And
no one knows.
And the fact that Wander Franco was supposed to be the guy for them, and then he just shot all that straight to the moon.
They lost them last year, and look what they did.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, it's the Rays. Nobody ever talks about the Rays.
Yeah.
Ever. And then somehow at the end of the year, everybody's like, holy crap, Rays are here again.
Here they are.
So I'm not counting them out. I never do, because we never talk about the Rays, and then somehow they always beat the Yankees, they beat Boston, they beat Baltimore. Just I don't know how they do it, but they do.
It's the Rays.
Freaking Tampa. What's that yawn? Get rid of that yawn out here. It's the Rays, man. If they's in another division, I think we see them finish first or second, honestly. But they are in the AL East. Again, arguably one of the best divisions in baseball.
Maybe if they're like the NL Central.
Yeah, NL Central. Yeah, probably good.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't see why not.
We'll see.
But they might be the 4th best team. Tyler's talking sports prediction here. Tampa will finish 82-80.
82-80, I like that.
4th in the AL East. They narrowly missed the wild card, just like the Yankees did last year. And pitching will be the X factor.
It's kind of wild. We're sitting here saying 82 and 80, and they're going to narrowly miss the wild card. That means
Yeah.
that means to me the way we're looking at it going into this year that the AL as a whole is very top loaded, but the bottom is very weak. So you could see some
That's true, though.
random teams squeak in with the AL. I think this year, man, we're going to continue talking about the AL East here. I think you could definitely see the NL be a more competitive division, like as a whole. But I think the AL has a more, other than the Braves and Dodgers on the NL, I think on the AL you have more top loaded teams. So your all's playoffs is going to be a little tougher, I think, than the NL. But you could have some kind of weird team like sneak in there, like the Royals or the Athletics. I mean that'd be a crazy turnaround to say that for them, but I mean it's possible. 82 and 80 and narrowly missing a wild card. That's saying a team could go 500 or a little under 500 and still make the playoffs. Yeah, pitching definitely an X factor for them. The bats will come.
Yeah,
the
pitching.
Bats
Bats will be there.
Got to have pitching.
Pitching.
Pitching
wins games.
All right, now we're going to talk about your favorite team.
Yeah, my favorite team.
The
Boston Red Sox.
No, it's the Boston Billy Bowlins.
Boston Billy Bowlins.
The Boston Billy.
Mark this time, 50-54. All right, I'll tell him. I'll tell him tomorrow morning.
The Boston Billy Bowlins.
The Boston Billy Bowlins. God.
Ooh,
old Boston.
Oh, my headset went out for a second. Oh, boy.
Am I still there?
Yeah, you're still here. I hear you. It went fuzzy. Sorry.
Billy. Nothing crazy.
Billy hacking.
He's hacking in.
Yeah.
He's listening.
What it was.
Nothing crazy this year. Smaller deals. Very young and rebuilding.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest trade that I think they had was Vaughn Grissom from the Braves.
Yeah.
You said he's going to be good?
I believe it's going to be great for them. This is going to be good for him. It's going to give him an opportunity to kind of just be the guy and not have the pressure of trying to make the team because he's going to be on the team. So
he's only 23, so sky's the limit for this kid. Came over and they traded for Chris Sale. Atlanta needed another pitcher in the rotation, so they went after Chris Sale. I still don't totally agree with that trade, but it is what it is. I think the Boston got a better deal, but Sale actually fits Atlanta better. But I do think Grissom will do good here. He has always hit well in the minors, but Atlanta's core prevented him from actually stepping up and being potentially what he could be. Whereas at Boston, I think he could be that guy. You do have some players here we're getting ready to go through, some other two big names on this team, but he could be that third name on this team.
Yeah, I think the thing with Grissom is he came up for us, played left field, played short for us. He is a second baseman, but he had to play short for us during some injuries and stuff like that. But he one stretch there for us year before last, he had over 300 in the majors. And then he kind of struggled in the playoffs, which is expected with a young player in the playoffs. He goes down in the minors. When we had him up with the majors, he hit around 200. Can field really well, but he started making a couple errors. He goes down to AAA, and he's hitting 400, crushing the ball. I think it's just in Atlanta, he knew he had to you had to be sure you were making the plays and doing what you had to do to stay there. Now he's going to be in Boston. He's going to be that guy for them at that position that they need him. So I don't think no pressure on him. Just go out there and do your thing. I think he'll be really good for Boston.
Yeah, he'll do well in the AL. I definitely think he will. Next up,
Trevor Story.
Guy you haven't heard about in a while, Trevor Story.
I love Trevor Story.
Talk about Trevor Story for us.
Will he be healthy?
Supposedly.
Supposed to be.
Hasn't been since he came.
Man, that's been such a sad thing, too, because I love Trevor Story, especially in Colorado.
Colorado, man. He tore it up.
Yeah. And when Boston got him, it was like, oh, wow, this is a big move here. But the Red Sox will have a healthy Trevor. They're saying they're going to have a healthy Trevor Story to start spring training. It looks like so far he is healthy. Story's impact on defense should be significant. I mean, his glove is one of the best in the majors. And if he can regain the form he made when he was an All-Star in Colorado, if I'm a Red Sox fan, I'm buying a Trevor Story jersey right now because I could see Boston really just embracing him and him be that Dustin Pedroia type player for them. So it's going to be really fun to watch Trevor Story because he is the clubhouse leader of this team. He is the veteran. He's the guy. And if he stays healthy this year, I think that 203 could easily be anywhere 289 to 302 if he's healthy.
All right, you ready for my prediction on what he hits this year?
Yeah.
You ready for this, Billy, if you listen? 220.
No. If he's healthy, he's
done. He's done. Washed.
You're going to regret that one. Oh, God. You know what's going to happen now, right?
He's going to bat 350.
No.
50 home runs.
He may hit what you say. No, he ain't hitting 50 home runs.
220.
He
220.
may hit around that for you, but when he plays the Yankees, he's going to destroy
He'll
you.
tear us up. He'll probably will.
Yeah.
Probably will. I'm still trying to think back of that trade we made. Can't think of his name right now with Boston, and we got screwed kind of like that. Like he was really good. We traded for him. He got injured. Played 60 games, and then we had to eat our contract. What was his name?
I don't know. Y'all got Johnny.
He's from Boston.
Y'all got Johnny Damon from him. You got who else did y'all get?
No, I cannot think of his name. That's going to bug me.
Bald white guy.
No.
Just keep talking about Boston.
Just keep talking about Boston. Why you look that up? Yeah, it's going to bug me. But anyway, I'm going to say this is in relation to that, so they're finally getting karma for that trade. Because we got screwed in that deal, let me tell you. He was like an all-star and everything.
I know who you're talking
cannot
about.
think of his name. Yes. I do too. Black hair. Played second, I think. Second or short? Second. Played second. Everybody always like Dustin Pedroia, and I'm like, no, not Pedroia. What is his name? That's gonna bug me.
Just goes back to 96.
He got the better end of the deal. He got a settlement. I mean, it was a nice chunk of change to get rid of him.
It's not on those. There's Kelly Johnson, Stephen Drew in 14, 2021. Frank Germain and Adam Ottavino, player to be named later. Diego Hernandez in 2023 for Greg Allen.
It's been quite a few years back.
I went all the way back. I'm doing notable trades. And I'm back to 2014. 1997 is the next notable one y'all had.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I'll think of it, and I'll mention it.
It wasn't a trade. It wasn't a trade. It was a free agency signing, so it wouldn't have been a trade.
Oh, okay. We picked him up, though.
Yes.
It was one of the worst one of the worst deals the Yankees made. I do know that. Because he literally played like half a season, and he got hurt, and he just never did come back. And he was supposed to be our next big player. That's really going to bug me.
Jacoby Ellsbury.
Jacoby Ellsbury, that's it. Yes.
He signed with y'all.
That's Ellsbury for them.
Yeah. Y'all, I didn't realize this.
God, I could not think of his name.
Babe Ruth, Johnny Damon, Don Baylor, Jacoby Ellsbury, Roger Clemens, Mike Lowell, Kevin Youkilis, Wade Boggs, Lewis Taint. David Wells.
I saw your face. I knew that was going to get you.
David Wells, Ricky
Henderson,
man.
Alex, he said Lewis Tate.
Alex Verdugo. Nathan
Verdugo. Come on.
Nathan Eovaldi. All these players play for Boston and the Yankees.
Yeah, very limited trades between Boston and New York.
Derek Lowe.
Naturally. But, yeah. That's going to be their guy. That's going to be Trevor Story.
I don't see that. I think Story's healthy. Story's an all-star if he's healthy.
How old Story?
Hold on.
30?
I got a story about Story. Hold on.
Do you?
Nope. Trevor Story is 31.
31.
More than 92.
Yeah.
His parents are Teddy and Ken Story.
Oh, didn't know that. Thank you for telling me.
Teddy with an IE.
Well, they should be very proud. Their son's in the majors.
Yep. He played with Boston in 2015 and joined the Red Sox in 2022.
Yeah, 220. Rafael Devers. This is their guy right here.
Devers.
You just said clubhouse leaders, Trevor Story. Rafael Devers.
He's not.
He's the most dangerous hitter. He tears up the Yankees every year.
That's their best player. I'm saying the veteran and the leader of the clubhouse.
Rafael Devers. I think the pressure is going to come off of him. I look for Devers to go back like he did last year, top form. Last year he went 271, 33 home runs. I think he improves from last year. I think he goes 280, 285. Give this guy 40 home runs probably.
He did.
I say he's going to be right near 40.
He had a 3-run home run today against the Braves.
Yeah, I think he puts up clear near 40. 38. 38 homers, 285.
I don't know. I could see Devers. It's interesting with him, especially depends on what Boston does here with this season. Devers would be really good. He's been talked about and not happened, but there've been a lot of trade rumors swirling around Devers. And this could be a very good year if Boston decides that they just need to break it up and really, truly rebuild. Let's send him.
I don't think they need to get rid of Devers. I mean, I know they just got rid of Verdugo and made a couple other trades, and they are technically rebuilding.
I agree. I just don't – depends on where Boston is because – Devers can bring in, like, you could get some really good talent with Devers, and it's kind of like one of those.
Absolutely.
You don't want to turn into the Angels and regret not getting
Trout.
Trout or Ohtani. Like the Angels would trade Ohtani, we wouldn't be worrying about who they're getting for pitching because they'd have the pick of the poison right now. So
that's true.
Yeah. So I don't know. Devers, I love watching Devers. He's a great baseball player. He's fun to watch.
Hate him.
He tore us up last year too when we went to Boston.
That's why I hate him.
He's a good dude
So
though.
good.
Bats left-handed, third baseman, 6 foot, 300 or is he 235 pounds?
I'm about to say 300. God bless, big boy.
You want to know that in metric system? If there's some English people out there, he's 183 centimeters tall.
What's his kgs?
106.
106 kgs. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You want to go over the outfield?
I just want to say it. Trevor Story is the clubhouse leader.
Okay, that's your decision.
I think Devers.
That's a split decision here at Tyler's Talking Sports.
It's just like I think Garrett Cole was the Yankees clubhouse leader. Judge is the
captain.
Judge is
for a reason.
Nah.
It's Judge's team.
Derek Jeter's the captain.
Okay. Oh, DJ, top 5 overrated most players, right?
He is.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Yoshida, not Yoshi, Yoshida, is likely to lead the club in at bats at the DH spot.
Yes.
DH stands for designated hitter for y'all baseball fanatics. He will likely get the share of starts in left field, especially at home, where there isn't much ground to cover. O'Neill and Refsnyder are likely to start against most lefties. Duran is the team's fastest player, is coming off what was a breakthrough season until he had a season injury, ending left toe injury. Poor guy. Abreu, left toe gets you. Abreu is a young left-handed hitter with discipline in his experience, but he hit 289 last year. Yoshida's pretty solid.
Yeah. I mean, Boston, they're young, but they're not young. Like it's like they're in between.
It's a mix.
Yeah.
I mean, you just mentioned, Trevor Story, 31. Mm-hmm. Rafael Devers is like mid-20s, right?
Mm-hmm.
26, 27.
Devers is 27.
27.
More than 96.
Yeah, stud. Yeah, I don't know. This Boston team's weird. I mean, a couple years ago, Boston won World Series, and we weren't talking about Boston.
Right.
Well, 6 years ago? Yeah, 6 years ago now. So, 2018, I would never guess Boston's going to win the World Series. Do I think Boston wins the World Series this year? Absolutely not. And one of the reasons why, pitching. Who you got?
They didn't get anybody. They didn't get anybody they wanted. I mean, unless they pull off something here with Snell.
They were in the talks for Snell, but I think they're out.
But they did acquire Lucas Giolito. But Giolito has been kind of on a up and down roller coaster over the last little bit. They were expecting to get Yamamoto. I mean, that was the guy that everybody at Boston was linked to. There were whispers about Ohtani, but that was never really going to happen. Nick Pivetta thrived as a swingman in the second half for them last season, but he will get the chance to reclaim his full. He will get to reclaim his full rotation spot. So that'll be big if they get Pivetta back. Bello, though, has been stated that his goal is to be starting opening day. I don't know. I don't know what Boston does as far as pitching. Pitching is a big hole.
Pitching's a big thing, and that's what it was last year, too, was pitching.
Yeah.
I think they need to switch up GMs and ownership, honestly. I think it's time to get somebody in there that's not afraid to spend money, because they're not spending money.
I don't think people want to
somebody that's not afraid to spend money and get that big guy again. Get your big hitter. Get Big Poppy. That's your Rafael Devers. Okay, let's build around him.
But I mean, that's the thing. Like Big Poppy, Manny Ramirez, those two players though, when Boston got them, they wasn't anybody. I mean, they were young and they were doing things.
Johnny Damon. I mean, they were so good.
I mean, Manny was doing a little bit with the Indians when he was there. David Ortiz was doing a little bit. I mean, but they wasn't who they were. Like Boston made them who they were, and that's kind of what Boston's always done. I mean.
Yeah, Boston's kind of like Tampa if you think about it.
Let's pump the brakes here. I mean, Boston's had some success over the last 20, 30 years, but prior to them winning that first World Series, there's 103 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Did we see another 103? Is that what you're saying from 2018?
Nah. I don't think you see stuff like that anymore. Once you win, get a taste, it's coming down your stairs, man. Watch out. Watch out.
Got to turn around here. Yeah, but, Hess, you want to give her a prediction for the Red Sox this year? I don't want to hurt Billy's feelings too much.
Well, there's a cold front coming through in Boston.
Oh, buddy.
You're going to settle in with
snowstorm.
Going to settle in for a long time. Low pressure system. It's going to be dreary. It's going to be dark. It's going to be cloudy. It's going to be rainy. 77 and 85 this year for Boston.
77 and 85.
And that'd be last place in AL East.
I probably agree with that. If anything, I think they see 80.
Could see 80.
In my head, 80. They could see 80.
But let's pump brakes and go up a little bit. We said 80 and 82 for the Red Sox.
80 and 82, yeah.
And
This division's going to be tight.
But that's narrowly missing the wild card. So again, a 77-85, they might be in a wild card hunt.
Very well could be.
Could be.
Very well could be. I think last year that's kind of how it was. It was like everybody's really close, and then down at the bottom it was like 14 game spread from top to bottom. But still, very very close.
Let's move on and talk about our neighbors to the north.
Whew. Toronto.
Hey,
it's not going to be a bad weather prediction here, is it?
No, they got a dome.
They got a dome. They got Drake.
They got Drake.
Signed Justin Turner.
Yep. Old Tormund.
Not that big of a deal anymore.
That's Tormund.
In my opinion.
That's Tormund from Game of Thrones.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Redbeard.
Is it truly?
No.
You just messing with
Yeah,
me.
just like Tormund. Just looks like him. The guy.
Thanks for lying to me on live. I appreciate
That's what Chris
that.
always calls him. That guy was her favorite Dodger player.
Really? Justin Turner?
Yeah, she loves him. She always asks where Tormund is. She calls him Tormund.
Well, tell her to call him Justin Turner.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Because that's his name.
Yeah, he looks good in Boston, though. Did you see how he did his reveal?
In Boston?
Or
you mean Toronto?
I forgot he was in Boston last year. You see how he did his reveal?
I did not.
He did an Instagram thing, and he had a new era hat and had a big question mark on it. It was black with a question mark. And he pulled it off and then put the Toronto one on. It was really cool how he did it.
Yeah. 1 year deal. Chill out.
Hey, he's at that point in his career. He's trying to win a ring,
he's
man.
He's trying to get a ring, and I think he's on a good team to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
You have a note on here. Will not landing Ohtani hurt the Blue Jays or make them better? I actually think it makes them better.
I do too, because they didn't have to give up that core.
Didn't have to give up core. Didn't have to give up big money, big contracts. They have a sound team, man. Bo Bichette, absolute stud.
I got a good one.
Honestly think he's probably top 3 shortstops in the league.
I'm gonna go out on limb since you said that because it's gonna just.
He's good.
I think Anthony Volpe.
Volpe.
I'm going Volpe.
Not Volpe.
I'm going Volpe.
It's Volpe.
Nope, Volpe. That's what I'm gonna call him. Is the third, fourth best shortstop in the AL East.
That's why he won a Gold Glove last year, right?
Bo Bichette won one too.
I don't care. Was he a rookie?
I don't know. He won a Gold Glove his rookie year.
Was he a rookie?
He did his rookie year.
Well, I think we got a repeat. I think it sounds like we got a Bo Bichette and Anthony Volpe, 2 stud shortstops.
Max Holiday. Look at the shortstops that's in this. Look at the
shortstops are ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. That's not a knock to Anthony at all. Like, I'm not knocking the kid. I love
Bo Bichette's a better player than Volpe. I'll give you that because he can hit.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying, as far as shortstop, like we know how good Volpe's going to be.
Oh, he's going to be insane.
Look what's in the AL East as far as shortstops.
Oh yeah, overall. So that's why you're saying third or fourth best.
And if the Rays, if Wander Franco could have kept his thought with one,
he played short too.
Yeah, the shortstops in the AL East was unreal.
Yeah.
But anyway,
how dare you throw shade at Volpe like that on me?
Continue on. Y'all got don't even.
We're getting into Yankees last. We saved the best for last. Okay. God, but you had he's the best beat player to play all 162 for the Jays. Absolutely, Bo Bichette is the core to this team. Honestly, keep an eye on number 6 prospect Leo Jimenez, thank you. He is a true shortstop and can force his way onto the major league roster. He will not take short from Bo Bichette. I'll tell you that right now.
Bichette said he would play anywhere they need him, so they moved him up. He wouldn't care to switch to play anywhere.
Dude does not need to leave shortstop.
I know, but this dude's but he won't. But I could see. I say Jimenez will be an outfielder for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Or second base. Been there. He's established. He's earned shortstop. Mm-hmm. I think he gets to keep it. Yeah. That's just my motto. Vlad Jr. at first. Vlad's kind of fell off a little bit.
Last year was a down year.
He still was down year, big time, big letdown. I mean, he had that big breakout year a couple years back. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, Vlad Jr." But he is a Guerrero, and they don't stop, baby. I think it's a possibility Blue Jays down the road do maybe use him as stray bait. Could definitely see that if they're struggling at the deadline, or if they're right on that 500 mark.
I mean, you could definitely use. I mean, even if they're not struggling, if they need just a big time pitcher, just to get
that'd be the guy.
You can get with what they got. You could trade Vlad Guerrero Jr. Even though it would suck because he's the cover athlete on MLB The Show. He is, other than Bichette, he's the guy that people.
He's the hitter.
Yeah, he's their fanboy up there for them. But
yeah. I mean, I like Vlad. Don't get me wrong. I think he's incredible player, very young, great first baseman. But first basemen are a little bit more lenient in this league. I think you can go find another first baseman versus a shortstop or somebody like that. That'd be tougher. But George Springer, old Springer, man, ain't talked about him in a while.
He went to Toronto.
Had down year last year too.
He went to Toronto and he's kind of been quiet. Been out of the line.
He always hit good against the Yankees. I don't know what it
Yeah,
is.
but he's in his 10th year.
That's crazy. I didn't realize he'd already been in
Yeah,
the league that long.
Springer is he's been around the league. I mean, he was in Houston, now he's been in Toronto. I've always liked
Yeah,
George Springer as far as what he brings to the table. But 10th year,
hate him.
he is due for a big year. Like he's due. I mean, when I say big year, I'm not talking this dude's due for
I know what
350
you're
home
talking about.
runs.
250. 250.
Anywhere,
Yeah.
I say like a 270, 280 is where I'm saying like with a big year with him. But 10th year, it would be pretty cool to see somebody in their 10th year playing every day in the outfield
Yeah.
to do well and stay healthy.
I say he's 245 hitter this year, somewhere around that ballpark. Alejandro Kirk,
Short little guy.
short little guy. Boy, he can smack a ball, though.
Yep.
Smack a ball, play catcher. Very good. Danny Jansen.
Danny Jansen.
He's prime for career year since he will be entering free agency at the end of this year.
He tore it up last year when Kirk got hurt. He had over almost 400 for them. Was killing it.
Wow.
Yeah. It was hard to get him and Kirk both in there. I think they were like DH and like alternating DHs there with him. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. And like I said, he's entering a free agency year, so he's going to show out this year. So that'll be interesting to see. Another interesting player, though, with Toronto that people don't talk about, his father is a Hall of Famer, Gavin Biggio. Yeah. He plays the second base for the largest area of the season, but Biggio, they played him everywhere last year. He played first. He played every position last year other than pitcher and catcher.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But his playing position will be determined by whether the Blue Jays can trust I'm about to say Travis. I don't know why.
Davis Schneider.
That's no relation to Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
In left field. Keep an eye on that this spring, but his bat needs to be in the lineup as often as possible. And that is Schneider's. His bat is explosive. So they're going to find a way to get him in there as far as a bat. He was their main DH last year when they didn't have the whole catcher debacle. I also benched Biggio a couple times last year just so they could get that bat in there because Biggio was struggling at the plate. But at third baseman is going to be a revolving door. Former Twin, former Yankee, IKF will be in that. Justin Turner, Gavin.
That's a good trade. That's a good pickup for them.
Gavin Biggio, Santiago Espinal. But IFK will get most of the cracks, I believe, at third base for them. But also watch out for IFK and Biggio to play in the outfield this year.
I like how you keep switching his name up. IKF, IFK, IDK. I
don't know, man.
Isaiah Kinder Falefa, in case y'all are wondering.
Kinder.
Fafa Falefa.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was very, very good utility player for the Yankees.
But here's the big thing. We talked about these players. They got some big bats, some big fielders. This is the key for this Blue Jays team, and that's pitching.
Yeah, pitching. Absolutely. There's top to bottom.
Yeah. Kevin Gossman, I hate the fact that the Braves let him go because you could see the potential in him when we brought him in from the Reds because he was on the Reds. We made a trade with them 4 years ago, and he did well, but he just didn't do enough, and we didn't sign him to an extension. He went on to the Giants, won a Cy Young with the Giants, and then he ended up in Toronto, about won a Cy Young last year. They made that big trade last year at the deadline for Jose Barrios. From the Twins. I mean, this pitching, it's nasty. Top to bottom.
Chris Bassett,
16 and 8 last year with a 3.60 ERA.
Kikuchi,
11 and 6.
3.86.
Their top 4 pitchers all had over 180 strikeouts.
Yeah, that's insane. I'm looking at that right now. 184, 186, 181.
Yeah, and they all pitched over 30 games.
And they all pitched over 30 games. Big hiccup is number 5 starter Alex Manoah.
Yeah.
He did have a bad year this past
They
year.
dropped it.
1-5. But he was, if you remember, 2 years ago, dominant season.
The pitch clock messed him up, and he claimed that he got the yips, which people don't know what that is. He said he forgot how to pitch. They sent him all the way back down to rookie ball, and his first rookie ball appearance last year, it was in St. Pete against 18-year-old high school players. He got rocked. He gave up 10 runs in the first inning. Like, he's completely forgot how to. So he spent the whole entire offseason redoing his mechanics, the pitch clock. He said it was too much for him to sit there and think because he was
like, oh, I'm getting ready to throw. Yeah.
Other than Shohei Ohtani, he took the longest time to pitch the baseball. In games he pitched the year before the pitch clock, their games went 4.5 to almost 5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because he take that long.
Yeah, he's very patient, but he just takes his time.
Wow.
Yeah, pitch clock rushed him.
Yeah, I said that would.
Yeah.
So if you're rushing, you're just throwing the ball right down the middle, probably. Wow. Yeah, this Blue Jay team.
It's really
where you see them finishing this year, Hess?
I mean, they're going to be, and the only reason I say what I'm about to say here is because you got the Orioles and the Yankees in this division. This division is going to beat up on each other.
It'll be tough.
But 88 and 74. But I think you're going to see them in the playoffs. That puts them third in the AL standings, and that's why I think you see.
I mean, they very well could be 90 plus.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, that's
very well.
Easily could be a 90 plus win team. You can see 95 wins out of this team easy.
The reason I picked 88 is because they did the same thing last year. They kind of just at the end of the season just fell off a little
If
bit.
that pitching can stay healthy, that's what
just a little bit.
That's what got them last year. They had some injuries. Vlad, he fell off.
Manoah's going to have to step up too, or something. They're going to have to get that fifth guy.
Yeah, now you're going to need
because somebody's going to get hurt.
You're going to need the fifth rotate. I mean, they're just like the NL East. You've got to have 5 good pitchers. 1 through 5's got to be solid,
sound.
Yeah. So if you have that, that's what they're going to need. But yeah, like this could easily be 88 and 74 is literally probably, I would say their possible worst is 88 and 74. So
yeah,
you're a Blue Jays
I think
fan.
that prediction was like 88.6 or something, right?
Yeah.
87.6 was the prediction earlier.
Yeah.
So right on cue. I think 88 sound.
Yeah. All right.
Third. That put him at third.
That puts him at third. So that means there's one more team left.
That's insane. Best team there is?
No.
Your favorite team? The New York Yankees.
All rise.
All rise, baby. Hess, you want to go over to the signings?
I mean, I can't. You need me to.
Signed Juan Soto.
Hate that guy.
1 year. He's already tearing it up in spring league. I don't know if you know that.
He
or
is
not.
tearing it up. And I did read that even though the reports are he doesn't want to sign an extension, there is
apparently Brian Cashman and them are pushing for it.
Yeah, but you got to be careful with Soto. The Nationals, I remember this because I mean, obviously you didn't follow the NL East, but when he was with the Nationals, they offered him at the time would have been the biggest contract.
Oh
in
yeah,
baseball.
I remember that.
And he turned it. It was like $385 million. He's like, no. I told you I don't want to talk about it. No. So you got a real case. Real temperamental.
Yeah. He's jumpy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already been on this is his third team already. He's only 24.
Yeah. And I mean, he's incredibly talented. A lot of people compare him to Acuna as far as
he looks good. He looks good in pinstripes. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll tell you who the best looking player is in pinstripes if we don't talk about him. I'm gonna wait, but I'll tell you who the best looking player this year for pinstripes is.
Anthony Volpe.
Nope.
We also signed Alex Verdugo. That's a great pickup.
That's a solid pickup.
A big bat.
Solid pickup.
Yeah, good bat. We need that bat. We're going to put him in the left field, I reckon. That's his position. So it should be good
Where
there.
Are
I
you
think
playing right field.
Right.
Yeah, you're putting
Judge center.
Yeah, that's weird for me. That's a big man in center field.
He can
No,
handle
I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying, imagine you're at the plate, you're looking at center field, like, okay.
6'7" guys standing out there.
You just got done playing the Braves. You got Michael Harris, who's 6'2", 186 pounds, and then you get ready to play the Yankees, and you got a 6'7" guy. So, like, that's just really weird. That's a big guy in center field.
Yeah, they'll put him in. I mean, that's a beast of an outfield.
That's where he played though when he was at Fresno State. That's where Judge played.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying he won't. But
he can play. He played a little bit of center last year.
But as a center fielder, I don't want to say it. I'm not speaking into existence. I don't want to do that.
Injury.
I'm not saying that.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not.
Go ahead. Go ahead, you jackwagon.
Ask Ken Griffey Jr. why he played right field at the end of his career instead of center.
Well, they might put Judge in right, but Soto's a better right fielder.
No, you don't want Soto. You keep Soto in the corner.
Soto's amazing.
Keep him in the corner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's amazing in right field. That outfield's very good.
It is nice outfield.
Very good. A lot better, a lot more improved since last year.
Trent Grissom.
Yes, Trent Grissom will be in left field as well. That's a sleeper.
Yes.
Picked him up off Padres.
That came from
with a trade or was just they hit the cap or whatever, something like that, right? It was cash deal.
Yeah, they came with Soto.
No, I don't think it came with Soto. I think it was separate.
No, he came with Soto.
We gave him some trades too for that.
Hold on.
Right?
It came with Soto. You continue.
I think maybe you are right. It wasn't anything substantial. I do know that. And everybody's like, I don't know who this Trent Grisham is.
They acquired Soto and in a blockbuster trade for cost-cutting Padres. You know why the Padres end up trading all these players? Because they couldn't afford their payroll staff.
That's what it was, yeah.
But San Diego, y'all sent them Michael King, Johnny Brito, Randy Vasquez.
That's tough.
Drew
That's tough to give
Thrope.
up.
Thrope. Sounds good to me. Here we go. I got the whole thing here, the deal.
Yeah, Johnny Brito is going to be good. And Vasquez will be very good too, honestly. Randy Vasquez.
Yeah, Trent Grissom was in that trade.
Yeah, okay.
Y'all received Trent Grissom from the Padres with Juan Soto. That was the two things.
That was the two. And then we gave it Michael King, who was the big hitter there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because King just had a breakout season.
Yes, King did.
That was his best season, though. I mean, he didn't do anything before that, so that's kind of risky.
That's what you do. That's what you do.
Yeah, that's a good trade for the
Had
Yankees.
6 saves last year, had 2.75 ERA, 127 strikeouts, and a 1.15 WHIP.
Great season. One of the best pitchers for the Yankees. And they're probably going to use him as a starting pitcher this year for the Padres because he was getting ready to be a starter for the Yankees.
He's from New York. Rochester. Sorry. Southwest Virginia came out of him. Warfare.
Worcester. Well, give me a second. Worcester sauce.
Yeah. Anyways, continue talking about the Yankees here, man.
Yeah, sign Marcus Stroman.
I like that.
We're talking about pitchers. That's a good pickup. Very good. That dude, by the way, nicest dressed or best dressed, Marcus Stroman. That dude knows fashion. I asked him what his hobbies were outside of baseball. Fashion.
Is that why he likes being in New York? Because he was a Met.
He's dressed very nice.
Cub.
Every spring game that I watch, Talking Yanks and a bunch of these people who like interview the players, when they're coming into the facility, like ask them a question and then they go on in. Always watch those. Marcus Stroman is always dressed very nice.
Think about this: Stroman's played for the Toronto Blue Jays, the New York Mets, the Chicago Cubs, and New York Yankees. This dude is ready for the limelight. He's played for
Cubs. Cubs. You're right.
Cubs.
Okay. Sorry, don't throw shade.
No,
God bless.
I just said Cubs. Cubbies.
Yeah, I was like Chicago. Yeah, that's right.
No. You're talking about the Iowa Cubs, the AAA team.
Oh, my God. You have a note on here. Catchers, who will start this year? You went through all the names. You went through Jose Trevino. Trevino should be back this year. He had a down year last year, very battled injury. The year before that, he did play in the All-Star game, one of the top catchers in the league a couple years back. So we'll see what happens there. He kind of lost his bat. I don't know if he'll get that back. But a name on here, I'm going to skip over all those other ones. I'm going to go straight to it. Austin Wells.
Yeah.
That'll be your catcher. Mr. Mustache.
No, that's Nestor Cortez.
Okay, Mr. Mustache Jr., because this guy's got a nice mustache as well. That'd be nice seeing them, mustache guys.
Oh, he shaved it this year.
Who did? Nestor? Yeah.
No, Wells.
No, he didn't.
I just looked at his picture. The one that, as soon as you Google it, he comes up and shaved. It's gone.
Oh, man.
He did have a good. He had a good one last year, though.
Hang on. Let me update our notes here. There you go. No mustache. Sorry.
Might be.
Forget he even said
the
that.
Yankees may shave all facial hair to begin the spring training, though, and it can grow back.
Maybe so. But he had a really, really, really nice, super nice stash. But yeah, he's only 24. He got called up last year a couple games. I think he'll do well. I think that's going to be your guy. Start looking for the future. If Trevino, I don't know who's going to catch Jarrett Cole. That's the biggest thing. Because Cole last year had Higgy Ashioka, which he got traded.
Mm-hmm.
That was Higgy was always his catcher. So I don't know if Wells is taking that role or Trevino.
This was from this was posted Friday from the SNY. They said the roster, like your starting lineup, as far as lineup wise, will be Torres batting second, leading off. Juan Soto batting second, playing right field. Judge center field batting third. Rizzo fourth at first. Stanton DH. Verdugo in left. Mayhew at third. And then the catcher is still up in the air between Austin Wells and Jose Trevino. And then
they'll rotate back and forth.
It looks like I'm trying to see what they're saying, like as far as spring trainings went so far.
Who's batting ninth?
Your boy, Volpe.
Volpe, baby. I was waiting on it. Dude, you can't tell me that's a sound lineup.
My issue
on paper.
My issue with that lineup is the Rizzo, Stanton, Verdugo, Mayhew part there. Verdugo is going to get his numbers, but what will Stanton bring to the table? Can Rizzo stay healthy, and can Mayhew can he go back to what he was in Colorado? Same thing with Trevor Story.
LeMahieu is better than Trevor Story. Don't give me that crap. I think he batted 250 last year.
Well, he's better because he stayed a little healthier, but as far as statistics goes, they're about the same.
DJ's a better player. Don't give me that crap. Don't hate on DJ. DJ's quiet. He can play anywhere you want him.
Are you forgetting about Trevor Story winning MVP?
I'm sorry, Trevor who? Never heard of him.
Oof.
Tell me a story that I don't know.
I'm just trying to read it.
Because I ain't never heard of him.
Continue talking about your Yankees, though.
You had which young pitchers can become options down the line. The Yankees have a lot of question marks, but they're sorting a good farm system that they have. They've made a lot of trades with their farm system, though. We've gave up a lot of young starting pitchers, but apparently, according to Brian Cashman, that's not a problem. They got pitchers left and right, apparently. Health is a big concern. Pitchers like Will Warren, Chase Hampton, Clayton Beater. and more will be at camp to show off their stuff. I haven't really watched much of their stuff yet. I don't know who's really has pitched because spring training's like 2 innings is what they get.
What happened
So
to Ben Rotervet? He catched for y'all last year.
Portervet, he got traded.
Okay, because he was the primary catcher after Trevino got hurt for Garrett Cole.
He was terrible. He acquired in Josh Donaldson deal.
Okay, because Cole, I'm reading what Cole's wanting, and they're saying Trevino will be Cole's catcher.
He might have got called down. He might not got
but
traded.
If Wells shows the offensive capabilities in the spring, Trevino doesn't get out of the gate strong offensively, they'll need to give Wells a runaway to develop into a top 10 prospect that would.
Yeah, Ben can't hit. Terrible hitter. But yeah,
3
Yankees gave up just the guys you mentioned: Lewis Hill, Randy Vasquez, and Johnny Brito. Yeah, Johnny Brito gonna be good. That's a good pickup for Padres.
What about these young pitching options y'all got?
What about them?
What about all these young pitchers that the Yankees got? Boone gonna ruin it?
I don't think so. I think we'll be all right. I'm not too worried about the youngsters. They got a very sound veteran pitching staff that can teach these youngsters. I think pitching will be improved from last year, definitely.
You know why I think Cole's so successful?
Because it's Garrett Cole.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why. He don't play no games.
And Garrett Cole is like
elite.
Yes. Outfield,
Aaron Judge.
I'm interested.
Where are they going to put him? Center. That was the question you had. Where are they going to put him? They're going to put him in center. Judge can play both right and center. He's played right field most of his career. We'd like to avoid him in right field. He's been injured too much there. I agree with that. So I think keep him in center. Keep Soto in right. Verdugo and Grisham out there in left. That's the outfield.
Grisham could play center though. He played center for the Padres last year.
He could.
So you could
you could DH Judge.
Or you could give Soto, because Soto loves his time off. So get used to that. The Padres hated that for him. But so you could see Grissom go to center and then move Judge to right. So I think that's a possibility there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not worried about outfield. Outfield's going to be a lot better this year.
I've been saying, we talking about how much could we see Grissom start. I think that's what you're seeing. Grissom's fast, too. Great glove. Real good glove.
Great glove. That's good. That's a good sleeper pick.
But here he is.
A little pickup in there.
This is your best looking Yankee right now in spring training, as far as looks. Carlos Stanton. The dude is slimmed up.
Oh, yeah, he's lost a lot of weight.
Lost a lot of weight. Best said it's the best he's felt in his entire MLB career.
Yeah, he does look good. About 240 now. Mm-hmm. Looks sound and solid. I'd like to see Stanton come back. When he crushes balls, it's awesome to watch.
I mean, I think Stanton's setting up to not – I think he's going to step away from the power side of it. I think you're going to start seeing Stanton hit from contact.
That's what we got to have. We got to have contact hitters.
I mean, he looks so small compared to what he looked like last year. They showed a picture side by side.
Yeah.
Totally different player.
Well, he's trying to lose. He's probably tired of getting injured every freaking time.
That's what he said.
Around.
He said the weight regimen he was on, the lifting, the gym the stuff that he was doing was taking a lot out of him, especially at the age that he's at. And it was time to take a step back. And I think he went on the Josh Donaldson diet the year that Donaldson was with the Braves, the whole vegan type diet and stuff like that. And
switched up his whole routine.
Yeah, it shows. Yeah,
I'd love to have Stanton back, man. Yeah. Stanton's, it's fun when Stanton and Judge are hitting 450-foot home runs.
Yeah.
The Bronx Bombers, baby. Bring them back. Yeah. You have a note on here, can starters stay healthy? I don't know. Last year they couldn't.
That's true.
None of them. Every time you turn around, we was the most injured team all last year.
That is true.
Every week he had somebody getting hurt. So, I don't know. That's the biggest question mark.
I mean, I think we talk about age as a number. LeMahieu, he's 35. Going to be 36 before the season's over. That's going to be big.
Judge,
just
33.
Can Judge stay healthy? That's key.
I hope he does.
That's key.
I want another 60 year.
I think your 60 comes close with Soto this year.
Could very well.
Especially
in New York.
Yes.
And he's right there in the cover off the ball. So
yeah. Stanton?
Yeah, that swing looks pretty good. I don't know.
It's a beautiful swing. I just can't stand the guy.
Stanton, if he can stay healthy, he gets in those hot streaks, man. He'll hit 5 or 6 in 2 weeks.
Rizzo is just.
Rizzo had a great season up until that concussion last year.
Yeah,
he was in the talks. I mean, he was leading the team in home runs first 30 games. He had 12 or 13 home runs, tearing up. And then once he got injured, I mean, he couldn't hit.
Right.
So I think that was a huge factor. So if he can stay healthy, Rizzo's kind of past his prime too. One of those guys. A lot of people, nobody talks about this guy, Gleyber Torres. Great
A lot of
player.
people wanted him. A lot of people wanted him for a trade.
Yeah, I love Gleyber. Like a good neighbor, Gleyber is
Oh.
there. Alex Verdugo, stepping it up. Anthony
Here's
Volpe.
my thing with Verdugo before you leave. He's playing in New York. You're playing in the outfield. It's one of the harshest outfields to play in due to if you're doing bad. Can he handle it because every player goes through it.
He goes through that slump.
When he goes through that slump, is he going to be able to handle that New York? Hey, Verdugo, you suck. Is he going to be able to handle that?
I mean, he played in Boston, so surely. Boston's no slouch either.
Boston's nice to their players. The Yankees, the New York fan base, if you play them back.
The Yankees booed Judge, if you recall, when he struck out like 3 out of 4 times.
That's
booed
what
him.
I'm saying.
I was like, what the heck are y'all doing? The dude hit 62 home runs or whatever.
That's and I'm not saying he can't handle. I'm not saying anything negative toward him. I'm just saying that's something he's going to have to adjust to.
That's just the mentality you got to have when you come into New York. Like, they want greatness. Mm-hmm. And, you should strive to be great at all times.
I would boo Boone every time that he steps on that field.
Oh, absolutely. I booed him in Atlanta. Hey, his name, I was booing, had all my Yankees gear on. Boo, terrible. He's garbage. I think Boone's the biggest downfall to this team.
You think?
I think that's the biggest crutch. If Boone stands in their way, I think we see another lackluster season from the Yankees.
I think if y'all are where y'all were at this time last year, or at All-Star break where he was at last year, I think you see Boone.
He's gone.
Fired.
He's gone.
But I think too at that same time y'all could do what the Phillies did here. They fired Gabe Kapler and then made it to the World Series. I can see that with you all.
They fired what's his face too, Girardi. That's the same year they made it to playoffs. So I could see that.
Yeah.
We never should have got rid of Girardi in the first place. So, I wasn't a big fan of Boone hire. I mean, don't get me wrong, last year was his worst year. But if you look back, 3 years before, they finished first, second in division. Mm-hmm. So
that's just how he utilizes.
What you want.
I just don't like how he utilizes the pitching.
It's just a down year. Yeah, we're saying a down year, 82 and 80. That's not bad. Right. But still, with as much money that they put into this roster, we want that. We want World Series.
We want natties.
We want natties. I about said it, but I caught myself.
The Balls fans are getting used to saying it.
Yeah. Let's go over pitching real quick. I know we're right at the 1 hour 30 mark. Listen to this pitching rotation. Now, staying healthy. Jarrett Cole, Carlos Rodon, Marcus Stroman, Nestor Cortez. How you feel about that?
Who's your fifth?
Fifth guy will probably be Schmidt, Clark Schmidt. Clark's pretty good.
Yeah, he was.
He's coming up.
He did good last year in some of the appearances, but he also struggled.
He did. He's been in the league now 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I like Schmidt.
I do too. Down to earth guy.
Down to earth. Anything else you know about it?
Yeah. That's it. Just down to earth.
Down to earth.
DTE.
So what if you go get Snell?
Dude. My God. I'm worried about Rodon. He's struggling.
Rodon went 5 strikes.
And Stroman gets hot, like angry. He's got an attitude.
Rodon, here you go. Rodon pitched. He opened up spring training for y'all. 5 strikeouts, 3.3 AERA, and he got the win.
He said he's coming back. That's what he said. That's what he said to the New York Kent Nation. He said, I'm coming back. I'm going to show you what I got.
Stroman pitched against the Phillies. He gave up 8 runs, and he had a 7.71 ERA, 2 strikeouts, and lost that game. That was the same day. Nestor Cortez, y'all are playing. He pitches tomorrow, and then Clark Schmidt. So it looks like Schmidt is going to be your fifth.
Yep.
He pitches against Tampa Bay on Tuesday. But on just while we're talking about it, because we talked about him I talked about him. Aaron Nola pitched for the Phillies. He didn't give up a single run, had 3 strikeouts, and won the game.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So Rendon looked good. Stroman, that's another one. He gets in his head.
That's what I'm saying. He gets hot. It's emotional. He's an emotional picture.
Now,
he'll be all right, though. I think he'll do fine.
He's the kind of guy, though, you'll see him throw a baseball on the field. He's Trevor Bauer type person. We're booing him.
Yeah, he's got a temper. He's got a temper. Yeah. He's gotten fights like everywhere he's went. Yeah, so we'll see on that one. He's got a strong arm, though. Really strong arm.
He does. It'll be nice. It'll be nice.
It'll be nice to see him. Nice to get up.
AL East. Yankees favored to win it.
They are favored to win.
Interesting. When you favored to win.
They are favored to win.
Favored to win.
By Yahoo Sport, Yahoo Sports, everywhere. They're favored to win.
They are favored to win last year.
That they were.
And the year before.
That they were. Most time they are,
Can-
Hess, because look at that
Can
lineup.
we? Can it happen this year?
I think Boone isn't the guy.
Okay.
See him fired by All-Star break.
Okay.
But I'm a Yankees fan. Die hard. And we're going to do it without Boone. Yankees win 100. Finish first in division, like 22. Have a good night. End it there. 100-win season coming this year. Aaron Judge. All rise. 94 is what you're giving them.
94.
You're giving them 94.
Too much in the AL East right now to win 100. There's not going to be 100
Yeah.
games about that.
I truthfully,
That's
agree
if you stay healthy and get fired Boone. If you,
I mean, the Yankees.
if you don't stay healthy,
all honestly, could finish third. In
if
this
you don't
division.
stay healthy and you keep Boone,
Ooh, no, that's not happening. That's not happening. Too many leaders in that club box. Yeah,
in a club box, y'all got a box of
clubhouse.
got a
God,
box of leaders.
golly, shut up.
So
In that clubhouse, it's late.
Judge,
Here.
Soto, and Cole all get hurt.
That would suck, but it could happen.
It won't happen.
I don't see Soto getting hurt, but I mean, Jarrett Cole could get hurt. I think Cole just continues on pace. I mean, I think he's going to be Cy Young talking.
Well, here's the personal question.
Oh, I like personal questions.
Is this the year we finally get the Yankees Braves World Series?
I would hope, man. We said that last year, and it looked like it up until All-Star break.
It did.
And then we got
Then
hurt.
we met the Phillies.
Yeah, when Judge went out, they went on that tear there. It was like 10-30, dude. It was
Yeah, y'all
terrible.
got talked about, hyped up that big Dodgers game. Y'all going out west to play the Dodgers and
And he freaking runs into the wall.
broke it.
I was like, you got to be kidding me. I was watching it. I was like, you got to be kidding me. He's done.
It's over.
My favorite player,
It's
done.
over. And you already bought tickets to get it.
Yep.
Yep.
He played though. He was healthy.
Was.
I got to see him finally. Got to see them all.
Before we end it, though, college baseball is getting in full swing right now, man.
Yeah, it's on ESPN Plus in case anybody's wanting to watch it. If anybody's still listening to all this nonsense. Yeah, it's about 7 games in.
Most teams are about 7 games in right now. Some have played a little bit more because they've had double headers. But it's in. Softball's big, too, right now.
Yeah, softball's
college
huge.
baseball, it's already showing, like, it's going to be a really fun year for them for that whole entire, just everything. SEC is going to be dominant. Arkansas is going to be a force.
Balls.
Wake Forest is going to be a force.
Vandy.
I mean, it's nasty right now. What's baseball in the South, just in general, ACC, SEC, it is.
Chase Burns tore it up for Vandy the other night.
Yeah.
Tore it up. Love to have him back at Tennessee.
He's at Wake.
Wake Forest, sorry.
Yes. Same colors.
Sorry.
Same colors.
Same colors. Sorry, I meant Wake
I was like,
Forest.
wait a minute, what? Yeah, he's at Wake. Yeah, that's a big thing for Wake. Wake's loaded.
Yeah.
Wake is loaded.
Yeah, Wake's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think Wake will win it.
Yeah, they could. It's gonna be really fun to watch.
LSU's tough.
LSU's looking good. Florida's looking good. College baseball's gonna be really fun to watch, especially when it starts getting kicked in more national televised games. But like you said, it is on ESPN Plus, or if you have Hulu, guys, ESPN Plus is you can live stream games on Hulu that way too.
Hulu does sports.
You said your favorite Wake Forest.
Yeah, I think I'll go Wake Forest probably.
Right now, just based off of what I'm seeing, I mean, there's a lot of teams that even Georgia's tearing it up right now, but they haven't really played. Some of these teams haven't played big competition yet.
A lot of them, haven't played anyway.
But right now, Arkansas is they look really good. Them, Texas, Arkansas, that pitcher for them, I can't remember his name exactly. We shared it on our Facebook page. He had 17 strikeouts in his last outing. Broke the NCAA record, 17 strikeouts in one outing. It was in 7 innings. He had 17 strikeouts. Yeah,
wow.
He's number 15 prospect in Major League Baseball. They're loaded too. But yeah, I think Arkansas is your favorite right now. I mean, it's early, but right now, Arkansas.
Yeah. Wow. Sleeper team, I want to throw in there the Vols.
Vols definitely a sleeper team. It just depends on how their pitching goes. They got the bats.
I got the bats.
Another sleeper team there I'm going to throw is Virginia.
Yeah.
Virginia, they're sneaky. They got really good pitching. Just going to see if they can get the hitting going. That's what got them last year.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep. All right, man.
May wrap this up.
Wrap it up.
Happy leap year.
Happy leap year. Man.
Next episode, guys, we'll try to have it out on the last day of February.
Try.
Got
a lot going on this week.
Another busy week for both of us. Last week of the month is always crazy for me.
We'll see what happens, guys. We'll try to get out. Our next one will be over the AL Central. We're going to break it down. We was going to do 2 divisions per, but as you can see, the two of us talking about one division, it took us an hour and 40 minutes to do it. So we're going to break it down.
Yep.
We'll do the AL Central, talk about the Twins. We'll talk about all the White Sox and all that. So be excited for that one. Again, happy leap year. And final thoughts, guys. NASCAR today. Had the closest finish in NASCAR history. 3 wide at the finish line. If you're not a NASCAR fan, you don't give 2 craps about it. At least watch the last lap. It was incredible coming out of turn 4.
Fine, I will.
Coming out of turn 4, the move Kyle Busch made to make it 3 wide. They didn't hit, no contact. It was .00001, and Daniel Suarez won the Atlanta race. It's now super speedway. People don't know that Atlanta used to be a mile and a half, but now it's a super speedway like Daytona and Talladega, so it's really interesting to watch racing there. But, yeah, guys, have a great Monday. Appreciate y'all being here.
Happy Monday.
And we're out. Tyler's Talking Sports. See y'all later.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.